Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to explain you the another topic from the general paper for the KSET exam preparation. In the previous video, I have explained Unit 1 Teaching Aptitude, one of the bit from the teaching aptitude. So today I am going to explain you about the Unit 2 Research Aptitude. So whatever I am explaining, these explanations are very helpful for you, not only for the KSET exam preparation, also for the UGC NET exam, because syllabus is quite same. So before going to start, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel for these online classes. So I am going to explain the topics from the given syllabus for the exam preparation. So Unit 2 is all about research aptitude. So research aptitude refers to the ability to understand, critically evaluate, and conduct research effectively. So research aptitude is very necessary to carry out the research at academic level. So it involves a combination of skills, knowledge, and attitudes necessary for scholarly inquiry. So according to the KSET exam preparation, which is quite similar to the UGC NET exam syllabus. So here are the topics. So the first topic involves here research, meaning types, characteristics, positivism, post-positivistic approach to the research. Second bit consists of methods of research, and third steps of research. Next, thesis and article writing, application of information communication technology in research, and last one, that is research ethics. So these are the topics you come across in the second unit, that is research aptitude. First we should start with research and its meaning. As the term research means to search for existing thing, something that remains unknown to us. So if we don't know something, we are going to search about that to have information. So research indicates to find out something new on the topic that already existed. So something is already there, so we are searching again. That's why the name research has been given. So some points we have to note down here. It is a searching procedure for discovering new information about the things that are already known. So we are already know about that thing and we are discovering something new about that. It is a scientific examination for searching for necessary information on distinct topic. So it can also be directed as voyage of discovery. We can have the alternative name for research, that is discovery. So we are searching something that is already existed, something new about that. So we can rephrase the meaning of research here. It is an attitude of exploration, inquiry, or investigation. In another way, a scientific and objective action made to uncover truths. So we are searching for this truth. Hence, needs the application of scientific methods. So we require to have the scientific methods to do research. According to the scientist John W. Best describes, research is the systematic and objective analysis and recording of controlled observation that may lead to development of generalizations, principles, or theories, result in prediction and possibly ultimate control of events. So finally, we can say that the research is a systematic method to solve a given problem for the development of the principles or theories. So the second bit, it consists of the types of research. First one, the important type, fundamental research. So fundamental research, it is refined and theoretical research established on the principle of generalization. So it is not experiment, it is a theoretical research. Fundamental research is headed towards finding information on wide base applications. So that's why the name the fundamental has been given. So applied research, as the word indicates, it is a type of research discovers a resolution for some specific issues such as identifying social, economic, political trends. So in day-to-day life that are dealing with social, economic, or political trends, uh, that's why the name applied research has been given. So it always concerns with society or firms. So the third one, descriptive research. So descriptive research is all about surveys or the field work. So it is a qualitative study carried out to know about people's choice. Descriptive research creates a proper and logical explanation of a problem by collecting true realistic information uh, from the people through surveys. So next comes analytical research. This is the kind of research examines the facts or information which is already functional using logic and reasoning. So this analytical research may be a secondary data. So we are going to analyze the facts using logic or the reasoning. Conceptual research. It doesn't implicate fulfilling any practical experiments. Conceptual research is generally used by uh, the philosophers or thinkers to invent new concepts or interpret innovative ideas like uh, Newton's laws of motion. So these all are the types of research: fundamental, applied, descriptive, analytic, and conceptual research. So next comes characteristics of research. First one, the research is obviously a scientific examination. Scientific, which indicates or it demands use of scientific methods and techniques. So the result or data we get through scientific approach can be used to design the concepts and theories. So these are the characteristics of research. So positivism and post-positivism approach positivism of positivism. So positivism claims, as the word, it is related to something that is going to be a true. Positive claims the existence of true and objective reality that can be studied by involving the methods, principles, or natural science and scientific inquiry. So we are finding something that is going to be true or which is going to be a reality. So second thing, it claims that object of study is independent of researchers. So knowledge is discovered and confirmed through direct observation or dimensions of phenomena. Facts are set by taking apart a phenomena to examine its parts. So the role of researcher is to deliver material for the evaluation of laws by testing theories. So positivists believe in five principles. So positivism is what the true or something that is real. So if the researcher who are positivist believe in five principles, first one phenomenalism, second thing deductivism, inductivism, objectivism, scientific statements. So phenomenalism, that is knowledge demonstrated by sense. Deductivism, the goal of theory is to develop hypotheses. Inductivism, group of facts that delivers the basis for laws and knowledge. So objectivism should be science should be value free. And last, that is we should give a scientific statement. Post positivism, which means it that reality or the thing is going to happen in future. So post positivism is believed a contemporary pedagogy that formed as a result of criticism of positivism. Positivists and post positivists also accept the existence of single reality. They acknowledge that truth can never be fully known and steps to understand reality are limited owing to the human beings. The purpose of post-positivist research is also a prediction and description. So this all about true something that is true or reality that is going to happen in future. And unlike positivists, they acknowledge and spell out any preconceptions that may impact objectivity. So this positivism and post-positivism were blocked from use in the study for several causes. Because if we want to say something true or real, we must be very sure about that work. So that's why positivism or post-positivism were blocked from use in the study for several causes. So next comes methods of research. So there are again different methods to do research. First method is experimental research, very effective one. Experimental research has three elements. All autonomous variable is handled by the researcher. All other variables except independent variable are kept constants. The result of manipulation of the independent variable on the dependent variable is monitored. It starts with question regarding the relationship between two or more variables. So researcher is going to create hypothesis to declare nature of expected relationship. Experiment is the event designed and carried out by the researcher who attempts to get evidence. So experiment is the practical research. The researcher has to conduct in their lab under this research supervision. So experimental research is one of the method of research. Second comes historical research. As the word indicates, historic means it generally concerned with the historical part of an issue or interest or problem. So in this sort of research, the independent variable or variables have already appeared, in which research begins with observation. So it basically relates to the historical part of an issue or problem. So next comes descriptive research. As the word indicates, descriptive research is related to again surveys or the field work. So the researcher has to communicate to the people and have the information or the experiences over the topic, collect the data and represent it. So it is quantitative research procedure. In plain words, descriptive research is linked to describing the phenomena, watching and creating assumptions uh, from people. The reality of learning, requests and field studies are the direct substance of this type of research method. The strategies are that the professional has no power over the factors. We don't know, just we are collecting the data uh, from the people and their experiences. So next comes quantitative research. Quantitative, as the word indicates, the numbers. Quantitative research involves the numbers. It is carried out to examine phenomena that can be described in numbers. So it is usually deductive, starts with given theory, and the statistical ideas softwares are utilized to carry out this research. Qualitative research, it is independent of number, only it is going to deal with quality of the work. It is accompanied to study phenomena that can be defined beyond numbers. Qualitative is usually inductive and starts with social reality followed by the structure of the theory. So quantitative is deductive and qualitative is inductive. So these all are the methods to carry out the research. First one is experimental research, historical research, next comes descriptive and quantitative and qualitative research. So what are the steps to be followed to carry out the research? So there are 11 steps to carry the research. Step 1, formulation of research problem. First, we require the topic or the research problem. We have to find out the problem within the given area. Once you select the problem or the topic, then you can start your research journey. This is the foremost step of the research journey. So researchers describe the area of research by determining the problem or research topic. The researcher has to choose the area of interest of a certain subject or a study of the previous year research. This is the first step to selecting a problem or the topic. Step 2, developing research proposal. Once you select the research topic, then you should give the research proposal on that topic. So you have to plan or the design the research proposal. Step 3, development of working hypothesis. You should put some hypothesis or the assumptions here. Once you complete your research proposal. Step 4, preparing research design. So it is the abstract framework on which researcher is to be done. The primary purpose of the research strategy is to take maximum output with the minimum possible expenditure, time, effort. So everything matters here. For the selected problem, you should have the idea about expenditure, time, the effort you are putting. Step 5, determine sample design. A population is split into small subgroups divided as a small sample of the analysis. It is the basis for the choice of a survey sample. Next step, collection of data. So you should collect the data, and that data can be split into two types, primary and secondary. It can be gathered through new experiments, surveys, group discussions, or questionnaires. Secondary data is the type of data has already been gathered, passed by someone else through statistical method. So step 7, execution of the research report. So you have to execute the work that you have carried out and the data you have collected. Researcher follows that the project is executed systematically. So step 8, analysis of data. So after gathering or collecting all the data, you should uh, analyze that data. There are two categories, irrelevant data and relevant data. So the irrelevant data, it should be divided. Uh, Relevant data, it is coded into symbols so that it may be arranged. The arrangement is the part of technical procedure. Step 9, hypothesis testing. After examining the data, researcher can test the framed hypothesis in various ways, like chi-square, f-test, t-test, etc. It will help you to understand whether it can be taken or left. So whatever the results you got, you should make the hypothesis whether that is useful or not. Step 9. Step 10, interpretation and recommendation. Once it is good enough, then you can recommend that work. The gathered data is examined, summarized, and linked with researcher objectives, presented by finding new theories and recommended new concepts and principles. So once if you carry the research work, whatever the output you will get, on the basis of that you can make the theories, recommend new concepts and principles. Step 11, report writing. So you should write the report, whatever the data that you have collected, analyzed, and made the hypothesis. At last, scholars make a report and conclude the research data in detail. So that must be in a simple language, appealing manner by using charts, graphs, or the essential or the applicable illustrations. So the next comes thesis and article writing. This is very important part of the research. So thesis is a treatise that illustrate the completion of scholarly aspiration of the student. A good thesis should be precise, have a logical structure, and that should help the readers. Thesis should not be lengthy or should not be complicated. Once the readers uh, read that thesis, they must get the enough idea. So there are uh, some steps to be followed, or there is a format to write thesis. So the first, if you are writing the thesis, you should accomplish the layout and physical appearance of this thesis. So first it always starts with title. So the title page. First you should write the title of your research report. Next, name of the researcher, the purpose of the research project, data publication, date of publication. Okay. The title page includes title of the research project, name of the researcher, purpose of the research project, and date of publication. So the after title page, next comes table of contents. So how you are going to represent your work? Before that, you should have the table of contents. This section include the content of report either in chapters or in subheadings. So you have to involve the chapter wise, including subheading. You may include maximum 5 to 7 chapters for good thesis. So list of tables. This section contains the title and page number of all the tables. So how many tables that you have drawn in your thesis, you should make the list of them with their title and page number. So list of figures. Similarly, you should make the list of figures with their title and page number in your thesis. Whatever may be graphs, pie charts, the figures. Next comes acknowledgement. You have to acknowledge those who have helped you to carry out this research work. You can acknowledge institute principal, faculty, guide, research guide, technical guide, research participants, friends, family. This section presents the research setting out purposes and objectives. So which will give the justification for research. Next, theoretical framework and literature. So it is all about the this section content your background of the research which may be received from literature review. So before carrying out your research, you should do some literature review. You should collect data from previous work. Then you can come to know what are the problems or the findings you have to do. You must reveal where all the information has come from. So you should keep all those records in your mind, and then you can carry out your work. And if you do not do this, you have to charge with plagiarism, which is academically offense. Next comes research design. In the next video, I am going to explain about what is plagiarism. This section contains all practical details observed for researcher. After reading this, any curious party should be capable of reproducing the research study. So it involves all the how data has been collected, how data was interpreted. Next comes data analysis and interpretation. You have completed a large quantitative survey. Section may include tables, graphs, pie charts, associated statistics. You have completed a quantitative pieces of research. Next, last but not the least, that is summary and conclusions. What are the outcomes of your findings? You should conclude them either by paragraph or concerning others, research or literature. Last one, recommendations. What you if you have completed a piece of research for any of the organization, this section could be more significant part of the report. A list of clear guidance that has been created from the research is included. Sometimes it is represented at the beginning of writing. Last one, that is suggestions for further research. Other than what you have carried out the work, so in the future, what further research can be done, you should include. Next, what still the research or the findings we can do on the selected topic, you can include for the future studies. So list of references and bibliography. How many research papers or the articles, books you have referred to carry out this work, or the literature review that you have done, you should make the list of references which you should give the citation for them. So that is going to reduce your the plagiarism. So next, application of information and communication technology in research, because technology has improved a lot. So researchers are using the technologies available for them. So information and communication technology is an umbrella term that contains any communication device or application. It may be uh, radio, television, cellular phones, computer, network hardworking software, satellite systems, many more, which comes under ICT. Uh, so typically ICT helps researcher in the following research. So it may help in the to identify research areas, identify relevant information, searching various online portal. So you are going to use many of the browsers like Google, Chrome, Opera. So literature survey critically analyze general information for further reading and use the details to extend communicate knowledge across subject area fields with the vast community. So choosing methods of research, whether you have to choose experimental, analytic, qualitative, quantitative method, so it will be helpful. And for collecting data for them, for referencing, if you are searching for references, uh, also helpful. ICT, present, share or disseminate geographical distance, cost, less accumulation data of data and documents. So for everything, the information and communication technology is very useful in research. Retrieve result in common format to consume. Another use is link to other individual database for more technical searching and select favored resources. So the part and application of ICT in research and higher education academic work can be largely divided into four main areas. First one, communication, information transferring, simulation, evaluation. Communication, how ICT has transformed the way of researcher communicates with other parties. So information transferring, how quickly and efficiently information can be transferred. Simulation, virtual lab, robotic experiments it involves. Evaluation, different devices, technologies has to be used for feedback. Last one, research ethics. So very important. So something we should know which is wrong or which is right. So which includes the research ethics. There are different reasons behind uh, for the standard of research in different fields. So newly UGC endorsed list of journals made to provide published papers, including high standards, which should be followed in ethical way. So research ethics is a group of guidelines that support researchers to perform research successfully. The main principle revolve around the research process, data collection, interpretation of data, report publication, thesis, confidentiality, and plagiarism. So ethics are near related to ethics and values. It defines norms for conduct that distinguishes between what is right and what is wrong. So ethics means what? Something that is to be correct. We should know the difference between right or wrong. So if you are carrying out any research, you should follow something that is to be correct. Whether it may be collecting data, interpretation of data, publication, thesis writing, everything you should follow some set of rules. It enables researcher culture that attaches to relevant legislation governing the protection of the dignity, rights, safety, and privacy of those affected in research. So the policy document includes not just the things that constitute ethical research but also applies to the ethical review process. The part of university research ethics committee. So each and every university has the university research ethics committee. So the researcher and the team are accountable for guarding the dignity, rights, and security well-being of participants enrolled in the study. So ethics are accountable for confirming that the research is performed uh, following the aforementioned principles. So these all are the topics from the Research Aptitude Unit 2 for the KSET or UGC NET exam preparation. So I have explained about research, meaning its types, characteristics, positivism and post-positivism, methods of research and steps of research, thesis writing or the article writing, applications of information communication technology in research, and at the end the research ethics. So I hope this information is very useful for the preparation of the exam, and I am going to solve whatever the topics I have covered today. If you are going to solve these questions, you are going to definitely solve the questions from this topic. First question, identify the correct sequence of research steps. So option A, selection of topic, review of literature, data collection, interpretation of finding. Second step, review of literature, selection of topic, data collection, and interpretation of finding. So if you read all these four options, I have already explained the steps of research. First thing is to collect the first is to select problem or topic, then literature review, data collection, and interpretation of finding. So if you observe this, the first option is correct. The principle of fundamental research are used in uh, fundamental research. Options has been given: action, applied, philosophical, historical. So the principles of fundamental research, usually the answer would be B, applied research. So the next question, deconstruction is a popular method of research in basic science, applied science, social science, literature. Option D is correct. The research that aims at immediate application is obviously the action research. The research stream of immediate application is, the question is same again, option B, action research. But the options are different, answer is same, action research, immediate application. Which is the main objective of research? To review the literature, to summarize what is already known, to get an academic degree, to discover new facts, or to make fresh interpretation of known facts. So option D is correct. A researcher is interested in studying the prospects of political party in an urban area. What tool should he prefer for study? Rating, interview, questionnaire, schedule. So option C is correct, questionnaire. A research paper is a completion of information on a topic, contains original research as deemed by author, contains peer-reviewed original research. Last one can be published in more than one journal. So option C is correct. Contains peer-reviewed original research or evaluation of research conducted by others. Question 9. In a thesis, figures and tables are included in the appendix, a separate chapter, the concluding chapter, the text itself. Option D, the text itself. A thesis statement is an observation, a fact, an assertion, a discussion. Option C, an assertion. Research ethics do not include honesty, subjectivity, integrity, objectivity. So option B, subjectivity. The core elements of a dissertation are: first one, after reading all the options, it is like dissertation nothing but thesis. Option D, introduction, literature review, research methodology, results, discussion, and conclusion. Which one of the following is an indication of quality of research journal? Impact factor, H index, G index, I-10 index. Impact factor. When planning to do social research, it is better to, option A, approach the topic with an open mind, do a pilot study before getting stuck into it, be familiar with literature on the topic, forget about theory because this is a very practical. Option C, be familiar with literature on the topic. So this is the last question for your exercise homework. The question contains ethical norms in research do not involve guideline for, option A, thesis format, copyright, patenting policy, option D, data sharing policy. So please give the answer for this question in the comment box. I have explained in detail about Unit 2 and I also solved some of the question answers from the previous year question papers of the KSET or UGC NET exam. So this is the question for you. If you understand the topic, you can easily answer this question. So options already has been given. Try to read and understand. Give the answer in the comment box. So thank you. Thank you for watching. I hope this information is very useful for you.